Okay, so you know what? I backed his car out of the garage, and I'm not gonna put it back in. As my action, I'm gonna leave it out there, and I'm gonna see if it bothers him.
On today's episode of Lunatics from TikTok, we have this lovely lady who decided to harass her grandpa for watching a movie in the privacy of his own home. And of course, record a TikTok about it since, broadcasting every detail about your life to complete strangers online seems to be the norm nowadays. Gotta get those TikTok views and likes, am I right? But anyways, without further ado, brace yourselves because this video may or may not affect your current brain cell capacity.
My grandpa was watching a sexist movie last night, and I asked him to turn it off so that I could talk to him about how and why it was sexist and why I didn't want him to watch it in front of me. He told me that I shouldn't be upset about other people's actions. Okay, so you know what? I backed his car out of the garage, and I'm not gonna put it back in.
Oh yeah, perfectly normal behavior for a fully grown adult. So instead of minding your own business and letting your grandpa, this old man probably, watch a movie in the peace of his home, you just decide to inconvenience him. I swear, you'd think that everyone on TikTok has the maturity of a 5-year-old. I mean, Jesus, this is pretty sad. And just look at that smug smile on her face as well. Smiling like she just did something right in life with that gotcha moment. Oh, you're gonna continue watching that movie, old man? Well, fuck you then, I'm taking your car out of the garage. Her grandpa makes a pretty good point. Why allow yourself to get so upset by him just watching a movie in peace? How hard would it have been to just, I don't know, ignore him and go about your day like a normal person? It's also worth mentioning that she doesn't even say what movie he was watching, and I bring that up since up until the last 5 years or so, you could probably find some unpolitically correct things in practically every movie ever. Like, what if this girl watched The Dictator? She'd probably have a stroke.
About other people's actions. Okay, so you know what? I backed his car out of the garage, and I'm not gonna put it back in. As my action, I'm gonna leave it out there, and I'm gonna see if it bothers him. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Hot Girl Bummer, and I'm gonna play that as loud as I want, whenever I want, at whatever time of day I want.
If I was this grandpa, your ass is getting kicked out of the house fucking immediately. Again, for a little context, this is her grandpa's house, by the way, that she's staying at, so the audacity to be acting like this, like an entitled lunatic adult baby, is shocking. This isn't your house. Your grandpa isn't forcing you to watch anything, so either live with it or go live in the Burger King dumpster and see how that is. Just imagine being this grandpa, this poor guy living out his last days, and you gotta deal with this shit. You gotta see her face every day. Hell, I'd be praying to expire as soon as possible at that point.
I'm gonna play Hot Girl Bummer, and I'm gonna play that as loud as I want, whenever I want, at whatever time of day I want. Does that affect you? Oh, and now I can't live here, so that's fun.
Hey, at least there's a happy ending to this story, and Gramps wasn't putting up with that shit anymore. But yeah, if this doesn't constitute a first world problem, I don't know what does. Like, imagine your grandpa watching some movie is your biggest problem in life. Like, you really have to be in a weird position in life for something like that to concern you that much. And record TikToks about it. And I'll bet anything that this movie wasn't sexist at all. It was probably some old classic movie, if I had to guess. Some masterpiece movie that everyone adores. Anyways, she did end up posting some follow-up videos, so let's see what else she had to say.
Is everybody agreeing with the idea that our actions and words don't affect others? Why y'all so mad? It was just a TikTok video. You didn't have to watch it. You didn't have to comment. You could have just kept scrolling. But you chose to speak up and say something. Just like I did. So, if you really don't think your words and actions affect other people, why did you waste your time commenting? Y'all do know that you proved my point. You proved it.
Back at it again with another gotcha moment for this person, but it really isn't. I don't think it takes a genius to realize that there's a pretty big difference between your grandpa peacefully watching a movie in the privacy of his own house and you actually going out of your way to harass your grandpa by moving the car and playing loud music in his home to bother him. I mean, this grandpa is watching a movie all alone in his home. And at that point, you're pretty much just actively choosing to get affected by that. And as for getting comments on TikTok, and even me making this video, that's kind of what happens when you post something on the internet. That's the whole point of social media. Did you expect nobody to comment at all? What did you expect to happen? Everyone agrees with you and calls you a hero? No, people will disagree with you and share their opinions. It's pretty fucking wild to equate that with actively going out of your way to harass your grandpa for doing something in private that affects no one.
I backed his car out of the garage, and I'm not gonna put it back in. As my action, I'm gonna leave it out there, and I'm gonna see if it bothers him. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Hot Girl Bomber, and I'm gonna play that as loud as I want, whenever I want, at whatever time of day I want. Oh, well then I guess it's good that the cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how indifference makes everything seem small. And the things you say to hurt me don't get to me at all. I know I can live my life as who I want to be. I literally could not care less what you think of me. Let it go, let it go. It's really not worth the fight. Let it go, let it go. I don't care what you've got to say. Let the trolls rage on. If you feel angry or uncomfortable after watching my video, that's a very clear sign that there's some things in your life you need to work on. You're probably not showing yourself or others the compassion that we all deserve. And that's okay. Like, it's okay for you to be in that place. But what's not okay is for you to shame me because I love myself. Shame is not an effective tool for creating behavior change long term. It just shows the world that you're a toxic person. And you can change, but it's going to take love and acceptance. And if you're interested in starting that journey, I highly recommend a therapist. Because leaving me a mean comment just isn't going to do anything.
Honestly, I'm not really sure how this derailed to a mental health discussion, but if there's one thing I know for sure, it's that this person needs to get off TikTok immediately, and possibly get a job too, because when you're harassing your grandpa on your spare time and making TikToks bragging about it, it could be a sign that you might have a little too much free time on your hands.
It just shows the world that you're a toxic person. I'm gonna leave it out there, and I'm gonna see if it bothers him. And you know what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna play Hot Girl Bomber, and I'm gonna play that as loud as I want, whenever I want, at whatever time of day I want.
But anyways, I think that's gonna wrap up today's video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more juicy videos coming soon to the channel, and leave a comment and let me know what you think of this situation. Peace.
Let the trolls rage on.